The night Atlanta shook will be remembered as the moment reality TV exploded into something darker, messier, and far more dangerous than anyone imagined. Cameras were rolling, the audience was screaming, and castmates froze in disbelief when Spice, the queen of dancehall herself, suddenly leaped from her seat and physically confronted Jasmine Washington in front of the world. Fans thought they'd seen it all before, but no one could have predicted this level of raw chaos. This wasn't just a heated argument. This was a moment where words burned too hot, emotions boiled over. And one of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's most shocking fights unfolded live. Eyewitnesses say it felt like an ambush. Jasmine was blindsided, Spice was relentless, and the crowd was torn between breaking them up and letting the drama play out. Insiders swear producers never expected the feud to reach this boiling point. But leaked whispers tell us this fight was weeks in the making, fueled by betrayal, secret recordings, and a trail of bad blood that no one dared confront until that explosive night. Social media went nuclear. Twitter timelines flooded with Spice versus Jasmine memes, Skrij, Instagram lives dissecting every second, and even celebrities weighing in with their own hot takes. But behind the flashing lights and viral clips is a story far darker than what you saw on TV. Hidden voice notes, backstage betrayals, friends choosing sides, and a secret revelation that could shatter the entire cast forever. The night that shook Atlanta wasn't just another Love and Hip Hop moment. It was the kind of reality TV chaos that people will be replaying, dissecting and arguing about for years. The lights, the cameras, the music in the background, all of it faded. The second Spice, the queen of dancehall herself, snapped in front of the world and laid hands on Jasmine Washington. Nobody in the room, not even the producers who thrive on drama, could have predicted the storm that was about to erupt. But when it did, it wasn't a scene. It was an explosion, an eruption of secrets, betrayals, and emotions, so raw they bled through the screen. The energy had been toxic long before the slap. Fans might think it was sudden, but insiders knew this had been building for weeks. Spice and Jasmine had been circling each other like predators, exchanging subtle jabs in confessionals, rolling their eyes during group scenes, and dropping cryptic comments on social media that fans immediately noticed. Instagram live clips showed Spice shading women who chase clout instead of respect, while Jasmine tweeted late at night, "Some people love acting like queens, but behind the scenes, they begging for attention." Everyone knew who she was talking about. Everyone knew this wasn't going to stay verbal. The scene was set at what was supposed to be a celebratory event. Music pumping, champagne flowing, castmates dressed to the nines. But beneath the glitter and fake smiles, tension cut through the air like a knife. Jasmine walked in first, calm but calculated, strutting with the kind of confidence that screamed defiance. She knew Spice would be there, and she knew the cameras would be rolling. A leaked DM later revealed Jasmine told a friend before the event, "If she want to test me, I'm ready. I ain't scared of her." Spice entered later, electric as always, blue hair glowing under the lights, her aura demanding the room's attention. But instead of the usual cheers, there was a hush. Castmates exchanged nervous glances. They knew what Jasmine had said earlier that week in a heated off-camera exchange. She accused Spice of pretending to be loyal while stabbing people in the back. That wound was still fresh, and Spice wasn't the type to let anything slide. The tension ignited when Jasmine made a sly remark while sipping her drink. "It's funny how some people talk about loyalty but don't know the first thing about it," she said, her voice loud enough to carry. All eyes turned. Spice's expression hardened, her jaw clenched, and the air itself seemed to thicken. "What you mean by that?" Spice shot back, her accent sharp, her voice vibrating with fury. Jasmine smirked, tilting her head, enjoying the reaction. "If the shoe fits, wear it." The crowd gasped. Phones whipped out instantly. This wasn't just an argument brewing, it was history about to be made. Spice leaned forward, eyes blazing, voice rising. "Don't disrespect me, Jasmine. Don't play brave, 'cause these cameras here. I'm not the one." Jasmine didn't flinch. She fired back, mocking Spice's career, questioning her relevance outside of love and hip-hop, even throwing shade. At her finances, the audience erupted with gasps and screams. It wasn't just shade anymore. These were daggers cutting deep. And then it happened. The moment no one could stop, no one could edit, no one could erase. Spice stood up, her chair screeching across the floor. Before security could react, before producers could yell, "Cut," Spice lunged forward. Her hand cracked across Jasmine's face in a slap so loud it silenced the entire venue for a second. The sound echoed, bouncing off the walls. The crowd screamed. Jasmine stumbled back, clutching her cheek, eyes wide with shock. The camera zoomed in, capturing every millisecond the rage on Spice's face, the disbelief on Jasmine's, the chaos as castmates jumped to their feet. Security rushed in, but Spice wasn't finished. She shouted over the noise, "Don't ever disrespect me again. Don't ever." Her voice trembled with fury, her body shaking as guards held her back. Jasmine, tears pooling in her eyes, yelled back through the chaos, "You'll never break me. You'll never control me." The episode might have cut there, but the real story was just beginning. Backstage, Spice was caught on a leaked recording, pacing frantically, yelling into her phone, "I told y'all. I told y'all she was gone. Try me. They set me up. They wanted this fight." The clip hit Twitter within hours, fueling conspiracy theories that producers had orchestrated the confrontation to spike ratings. Fans debated endlessly. Was Spice provoked? Was Jasmine baiting her? Was this all a setup from the very beginning? Jasmine's side surfaced too. Screenshots of her texting a friend leaked online. "She hit me out of nowhere. I wasn't ready for that. They gone. See the real me now?" Fans speculated she was planning revenge, whether through pressing charges, sitting down for a tell-all interview, or confronting Spice again in the reunion. Social media erupted into a civil war. Hashtags #Team Spice and #Justice for Jasmine trended simultaneously. Memes flooded timelines. Spice mid-slap with captions like "When loyalty gets tested." Jasmine's shocked face turned into GIFs of disbelief. Celebrities jumped in too. Be tweeted, "Don't poke a lion if you can't handle the bite." Erica Mena defended Jasmine live on Instagram, declaring nobody deserves to get jumped like that, period. But the most shocking twist came from a leaked group chat, allegedly, between cast members. In the messages, one castmate wrote, "Y'all know Jasmine brought that up on purpose. She was poking the bear." Another replied, "Producers told us to stir it up, but I ain't think it would go this far." The revelation suggested Jasmine might have deliberately provoked Spice, knowing it would make for explosive TV. Fans weren't ready for the next leak. An audio clip of Jasmine sobbing to a friend. Her voice broken. "She embarrassed me in front of the world. I can't do this no more." The raw pain flipped the narrative. Suddenly, sympathy shifted. Was Jasmine truly a victim? Or was she a master manipulator who finally lost control of the fight? Theories exploded. One popular blog claimed producers deliberately sat Jasmine near Spice, knowing tensions were boiling. A castmate allegedly texted in a leaked group chat. They knew what they were doing. They wanted fireworks, and they got a bomb. Another message read, "Jasmine ain't innocent though. She was running her mouth all week." The group chat leak divided fans even further. Was Jasmine baiting Spice? Or was Spice the one who lost control? Then came the most jaw-dropping leak yet, a voice note allegedly from Spice herself. In the audio, Spice could be heard telling someone, "I don't regret it. She'd been coming for me too long. If I didn't check her, she'd think I'm weak. And I'm not weak." The recording spread like wildfire, painting Spice as unapologetic, even defiant. Some praised her for owning her actions. Others dragged her for showing no remorse. The fallout hit the cast like a wrecking ball. Erica Mena blasted Spice publicly, saying on Instagram Live, "Violence ain't cute. We all got issues, but putting your hands on someone, that crosses a line." Within minutes, Spice clapped back with a cryptic tweet. Funny how some people forget their own scandals when they preaching. Screenshots of the tweet were everywhere, reigniting old beefs, dragging in castmates who had nothing to do with the fight. The show's entire roster was suddenly caught in the crossfire. And then, the unthinkable happened. Jasmine went on Instagram Live, her face still swollen, her voice still shaky. She sat in front of the camera and said, "I don't care about ratings. I don't care about fame. What happened was wrong, and I will not let anyone silence me. I'm speaking my truth." The comments section exploded. Thousands of fans typing frantically, celebrities dropping in, bloggers screen recording every word. Jasmine didn't name Spice directly, but every sentence was loaded. Some people act like queens, but real queens don't need to put their hands on another woman to prove their power. The live shifted the narrative again. Hashtags like #StandWithJasmine and #Spice crossed the line dominated the internet. Fans started tagging VH1, demanding Spice face consequences. Rumors swirled that executives were considering suspending her, while others claimed she threatened to quit if they tried. One anonymous insider whispered to a gossip page, "Spice told producers, if I go, your ratings go with me." Meanwhile, Kirk Frost and Rashida were dragged into the storm by association. Fans flooded Rashida's comments demanding she check Spice, while Kirk was accused of smirking during the altercation. A blurry clip surfaced showing Kirk whispering something to Jock moments before the slap, sparking theories he saw it coming. Neither confirmed nor denied, but the silence only fueled the fire. And just when everyone thought the chaos couldn't escalate further, another alleged leak surfaced, this time a FaceTime screen recording between Jasmine and Wolf. And a friend in it, Jasmine claimed Spice had been sending her threatening messages even before the fight. She kept saying, "Don't test me. Don't push me. I thought it was just talk," but she meant it. Whether the video was authentic or edited didn't matter. It spread across every platform, cementing Jasmine as the underdog fighting against a powerhouse with nothing to lose. Celebrities outside the franchise began chiming in. Nicki Minaj liked a post defending Jasmine. Cardi B posted a shady Instagram story with the caption, "Keep your hands to yourself." Even Wendy Williams' replacement host weighed in during her talk show, calling the altercation a disgraceful moment that overshadowed everything else that night. The cast itself fractured. Some quietly sided with Spice behind closed doors, saying Jasmine had been instigating for months. Others felt Spice went too far and worried her actions would make all of them look bad. VH1 producers allegedly held an emergency meeting to discuss damage control, with one insider leaking that executives feared lawsuits if Jasmine decided to press charges, and then came the cliffhanger no one expected. Jasmine hinted at revenge. In a cryptic tweet, she wrote, "When the truth comes out, y'all gone? See, I was never the problem. Wait on it." The internet went into detective mode, speculating what bombshell Jasmine was sitting on. Some claimed she had receipts of Spice badmouthing castmates in private. Others believed she had footage proving producers manipulated the entire scene. Whatever it was, Jasmine promised the world it was coming, and fans couldn't look away. By the end of the week, the Spice vs. Jasmine saga wasn't just a fight. It was a full-blown cultural event, bigger than the show itself, bigger than the franchise. It was betrayal, spectacle, and survival colliding in a way only love and hip-hop could deliver. But the real nightmare wasn't the slap. The real nightmare was what came after the leaks, the backlash, the revenge plots simmering in the shadows. Because if Jasmine's cryptic warning was real, Spice's slap wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning. The fallout had already reached nuclear levels, but the true explosion was still ahead. By the time Jasmine posted her cryptic "wait on it" tweet, the internet was ravenous for whatever she was hiding. Fans speculated nonstop. Was it a secret recording? Was it proof producers manipulated the fight? Or was it something so damning that Spice's entire career could collapse overnight? The answer arrived sooner than anyone expected. At midnight, a blog infamous for leaking celebrity dirt dropped a 3-minute audio file allegedly featuring Spice screaming during a phone call. In the clip, she raged, "I'll end her on that stage. She thinks she's slick. She gonna learn who? The real queen is..." The raw venom in her voice sent shockwaves through the fandom. Real, it proved that Spice's slap wasn't a spontaneous outburst. It was premeditated. Twitter exploded. Fans demanded answers. Team Jasmine declared victory, saying Jasmine had every right to press charges. Team Spice countered that the recording was fake, edited to smear her. #Spice set up Jasmine and #fake receipts trended simultaneously, turning social media into a battlefield. But Jasmine wasn't done. Hours later, she went live on Instagram holding back tears but speaking with fire. "Y'all heard it yourselves. She plotted against me. This wasn't TV drama. This was an ambush." The live drew over 100,000 viewers. In minutes, comments flooded with hearts, fire emojis, and calls for justice. Half the cast tuned in silently, watching their private feud spiral into a worldwide spectacle. Then Jasmine dropped the bomb. She revealed text messages allegedly from producers instructing her to sit close to Spice and bring up loyalty on camera. Screenshots flashed across her screen. "She bite if you push her. Don't back down." Explosive. If true, they meant producers not only orchestrated the fight, but knowingly set Jasmine up as bait. Fans went berserk, tagging VH1, demanding accountability and threatening boycotts. Industry insiders whispered that legal teams were already scrambling, terrified that lawsuits could sink the franchise. For once, the spotlight wasn't just on Spice or Jasmine. It was on the entire love and hip-hop machine. Spice, however, refused to fold. Hours after Jasmine's live, she released her own statement on Instagram stories. Her message was short, sharp, and furious. "Stop playing victim. You ran your mouth and got checked. Don't blame production for your actions." Screenshots of the post went viral instantly, reigniting the fire. Fans accused Spice of gaslighting, while her supporters hailed her as unapologetically real. The feud crossed into mainstream media. Talk shows debated whether Spice had ruined her brand. While gossip sites ran headlines like "the slap heard around Atlanta," even late-night hosts joked about it, turning Jasmine's shocked face into punchlines. The more people mocked, the more serious the situation felt for those involved. Insiders claimed Jasmine hadn't left her house in days, shaken by the non-stop attention. Meanwhile, Spice was allegedly barred from several Atlanta clubs where she once reigned. As promoters feared fights breaking out in the crowd, then came the most devastating twist yet. An anonymous email sent to multiple blogs with the subject line, "Spice Exposed." Attached were videos allegedly showing her trash-talking not only Jasmine, but several other castmates in private. In one clip, she sneered, "They all jealous of me? Without me, this show is nothing." Others showed her mocking a fellow cast member's struggles. Whether authentic or deepfakes didn't matter, the internet devoured them. Spice was painted as the villain, ruthless and arrogant, while Jasmine's image transformed into that of a survivor standing tall against the odds. But Jasmine wasn't satisfied with sympathy. She wanted justice. Rumors swirled she was meeting with lawyers, considering legal action not just against Spice, but against VH1 itself. Fans speculated about a potential lawsuit worth millions. Blogs claimed documents had already been drafted. If true, the case wouldn't just shake love and hip-hop, it could change reality TV forever. Meanwhile, Chrissy Lampkin, Erica Mena, and even Joseline Hernandez started chiming in, each taking sides. Chrissy posted a cryptic message. "This is what happens when you sell your soul for storylines? Erica doubled down on her support for Jasmine. Joe's line, "Never one to hold her tongue," laughed in an Instagram live. Spice always thought she was untouchable. Now she's seeing what real heat feels like. The cast divided like never before, with alliances shifting in real time. Some whispered that Spice was already threatening to quit the show unless the footage painting her as a villain was edited. Others claimed producers begged her to stay, warning that the franchise couldn't survive without her star power. One insider leaked that Spice told executives, "If I go, you lose your queen and your viewers." But the story didn't end with power plays and leaked clips. The biggest cliffhanger came during the reunion taping weeks later. Fans in the audience claimed Jasmine walked onto the stage carrying a thick folder of documents, slamming it onto the table in front of Spice. She allegedly said, "Everything you did, every threat, every setup, I got it right here, and the world's about to see it." Gasps echoed through the studio. Castmates clutched their faces and producers scrambled. Behind the scenes, security tightened, bracing for another explosion. Whether those receipts were real, whether Spice could recover, whether VH1 would even dare air the footage, none of it mattered in that moment. What mattered was that the feud had evolved into something bigger than entertainment. It was betrayal, pain, and survival. It's broadcast for millions to consume. And as the cameras faded to black, one truth became undeniable. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had delivered its most shocking storyline yet. But this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of a war that threatened to tear the entire franchise apart. Because Spice versus Jasmine wasn't just personal. It was cultural. It was a fight about power, image, and survival in an industry that thrives on chaos. And with Jasmine promising more bombshells and Spice refusing to bow down, the next chapter could be even more devastating than the slap that started it all. And there you have it. The moment that flipped Atlanta upside down and dragged the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise into chaos. Spice thought she could silence Jasmine with one slap, but instead she unleashed a tidal wave of leaks, receipts, and betrayals that won't stop anytime soon. From Jasmine's midnight audio drops to Spice's unapologetic clapbacks. To castmates and celebrities taking sides, this has grown far beyond one fight. It's a cultural earthquake tearing through reality TV history. And trust me, the aftershocks are only getting stronger. What happens if Jasmine really drops that folder of receipts at the reunion? What happens if Spice unleashes her own hidden evidence? And what happens if VH1 itself gets dragged into lawsuits that could expose the darkest secrets of reality TV? These aren't questions for next season. These are questions that could explode any day now. And when they do, you do not want to be the last one to know. So right now, hit that like button like your life depends on it, because every click pushes this story further into the spotlight. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Whose side are you on, Spice or Jasmine? And most importantly, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next leak could drop in an hour. And if you miss it, it'll already be too late. This isn't just gossip. This is survival. And the next twist is coming faster than anyone can imagine.